It's Sting!
As Tony Schiavone would say, the Stinger is here. He's been in WCW, he's been in TNA, he's been in WWE, and now, of course, he's in AEW. But according to Tony Khan, Sting is enjoying the best run of his career. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling, and we're here to talk about Tony Khan, because Tony Khan, as usual, has been talking shite. He was doing an interview with the Chase McCabe Show to hype up the upcoming All-In pay-per-view from Wembley Stadium later this month. And one of the marquee matchups at the event will be Sting and Darby Allin battling AR Fox and Swerve Strickland in a coffin match. There's just so much wrong with that paragraph. First of all, what the fuck is a Chase McCabe Show?
Yep. What is it? Don't know. Sounds like the Pat McAfee show, but...
Surely, if you're building up to WrestleMania, it'd be like ESPN or, like Fox or something.
The Rolling Stones magazine.
Something that we've heard of, but Tony Khan is...
The Fog Wrestling podcast.
Even that. Tony Khan's talking to the Chase McCabe Show and right, fuck, what is this? Is this the same show TNA uses? TNA? And they're two feuds? And then the fact that Sting is in a so-called marquee matchup in front of 80,000 people at Wembley Stadium, and the best thing that they have for Sting is to team him up with Darby Allin to take on AR Fox and Swerve Strickland. I mean, I don't know what's worse, having Sting teaming up with Darby Allin again instead of utilising Sting in a big singles match, or the fact that he is taking on the combined duo of AR Fox and Swerve Strickland. So you'd look at that and you'd think, well, this current Sting run is terrible. What the fuck are they doing with Sting? They're wasting Sting. But no, according to Tony Khan, it's the complete opposite. Tony Khan thinks that Sting's time in AEW has been the greatest run of his career, and he's praised the Icon for being able to perform at such a high caliber in his 60s. See, when I think of that, I don't know what's more embarrassing. That is it the fact that Tony Khan is outright lying here, or is he being completely disrespectful to Sting to suggest that his other runs in the other companies weren't as good as this?
How can a guy, right, that's held world titles, I mean, he didn't hold it in WWE, right, which is fair enough, but
he should have.
Yeah, he should have, but he's held world titles.
But at the same time, he was like 55, and you can understand why he didn't.
He was the biggest face in WCW for a good number during his height.
Going up against the NWO.
During the height, WCW's peak, Sting was the man. Sting was the man.
83 weeks, brother, and I was on top. Anyway, this is what Tony Khan had to say. Quote, when you talk about some of the biggest names in pro wrestling, for me it starts and ends with Sting. He's one of the all-time legends. He's one of my all-time favourites. Sting is still a huge part of AEW, and one of the greatest things we accomplished was bringing Sting out of retirement. He is still wrestling to this day. He is undefeated in AEW. In fact, he's on the greatest run of his career right now in AEW. End of quote. I mean, there's just so much wrong with that. The fact that, right, let's be real, I do enjoy Sting, but he's not one of the biggest names in professional wrestling. For me, Sting's a legend, but he's someone that falls into the B category. He's not a top-tier legend for me. I don't think you can consider putting him on the Mount Rushmore. He's not Austin, Hogan, Rock level.
Yeah, and no effect at Sting, I think it's the fact that he went... He stayed so long with TNA.
He never had that big relevant WWE run till he was like, mid-50s. But still, he's just not the biggest name in pro wrestling. He's not. He isn't. It is what it is. And the fact that he's undefeated in AEW, and you can't just think of the bat of one really relevant Sting match. This Tony Khan says that AEW is the best run of Sting's career. Name me one memorable feud or memorable match that Sting's been in AEW.
I just remember him doing crazy spots for a 63-year-old.
Now I can remember his feuds in TNA and WCW. Hell, I can remember his feud with Seth Rollins and the Authority in WWE.
Yeah.
I don't remember this big...
Pushing the statue into the garbage truck.
I don't remember this big solo run. I don't remember this big one-on-one match. All he's done, the only thing I can remember Sting doing in AEW is being Darby Allin's bitch. Essentially, he follows Darby Allin around. That is it.
That's pretty much
He's
it.
had a couple of cinematic matches with Darby Allin, a couple of tag team matches with Darby Allin. Him and Darby Allin have been in a couple of 6-man tag matches. But where's Sting's, and I'm not even talking about titles, but where's Sting's big one-on-one rivalry that's led to a pay-per-view match? Has there been one?
No, I don't think there's
Has there been one Sting match at a pay-per-view?
It's almost like...
Now, I'm not saying I expect the guy to go 20 minutes, but we've seen him. We've seen the guy. He can still go. I'm convinced Sting could still go 7, 8 minutes, 10 minutes in a match.
Yeah, but I think there's an element that Tony Khan doesn't really trust the guy to do that because he's old. Even though he's like,
he can't trust him to do an 8-minute match, but he can trust him to jump off the top of fucking ladders.
Surely if Sting was trusted, right? Well, if he thought he was trusted and like he was capable, and this truly was the best run of his career, what? How can Sting not hold the fucking belt in the best run of his career? If it's the best run of his career.
Well, see, you're asking for that. I'm not even asking for that. I'm just.
A fair singles feud.
I'm asking for just a memorable run, a memorable feud.
And we're not getting it.
They talk about marquee matchups. Is Sting teaming up with Darby Allin to take on AR Fox? How the fuck is AR Fox and marquee matchup in the same sentence?
AR, Assault Rifle Fox, that's what it stands for.
Where's Sting Jericho? Where's Sting Christian Cage? Or you want to do Sting the New? Where's Sting and MJF? Or Sting and like an Adam Page? Or Sting and an Omega? Where's these feuds? Where the fuck are they?
Nowhere to be seen. Come on, Sting. Deserves it. Tony Khan just talking nonsense, man.
I just don't see how this guy can shadow Darby Allin around and not be considered the greatest run of his career. When you look at what he done in TNA, and when you look at, and I know his WWE, I won't count his WWE career, it was really short.
Oh, what's better, his WWE one? His WWE run or his AEW run? I'd say WWE one.
His WWE one's more memorable for me. I remember the feud against Rollins and the feud against Triple H.
I remember his debut.
I remember the tag team match where he teamed up with Cena, take on Show and somebody else.
I remember...
Maybe Rollins.
I mean, Rollins ended his career, I remember that. And you remember the NWO against DX?
Aye, walking it, aye. No, I just don't see how Tony Khan thinks that Sting is currently in the best run of his career. I think that's fucking insulting. When this guy has had a legendary career and he's had way better fucking moments. Like, name me the big moment, name me the big match. Where's the big solo match? Where's Sting's moment? He has essentially been a sidekick to Darby Allin.
It's crazy. And no, it really is that the icon Sting is just a mid-card tag. They haven't even held the belts, have they?
No. So...
I mean, come on. I mean, he's in the tag division, let's be real, that's what he's in, and he hasn't even held a belt. Come
pathetic,
on,
if you ask me. Really pathetic here. Tony Khan must have been snorting some good shit again because he's way off on this one.
I'm not Shane.
It's me. It's not WrestleMania. It's not Raw. I'm not Shane. I'm not Shane. I'm fucking dipshit Tony Khan who likes to waste my dad's money. Yeah. At least Shane never blew all McMahon's money.
Nope.
He went to China and created his own. What's Tony Khan done? I mean, Tony Khan acts a big man. AEW, Jacksonville Jaguars, Fulham. None of it's his. It's just stuff he inherited. And people can say, oh, well, McMahon inherited a small amount of money for his dad, and look what he turned wrestling fucking into, right? I see people that can't acknowledge that. There would be no, like, wrestling as we know it today without McMahon. Yeah, you know, he got like a foot in the door, so to speak. But he kicked that door fucking down.
See if Vince McMahon Sr., right, was still alive, and we were, this vid wouldn't even get made. I can guarantee you that wrestling would have been pish.
Wrestling would have died a long time ago.
Exactly.
McMahon saved wrestling. He made it what it is. Okay, he's helped kill it over the past 15 years, but still, without McMahon, wrestling would be nothing. Tony Khan hasn't done shit for wrestling.
Just like Chris Benoit. If you can't kill what you created, what can you do?
Right, that's it, guys. Catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.